right, how's everybody doing tonight? Okay. Let's go over the last few weeks here. Tonight we're going to be going over using a lab on DriveLook. It's an application. It's actually going to be found if you want to, in week 13, lab, the Dropbox folder. There's a drivelook.zip that needs to be downloaded. And then this Word document, I did not print out the waste paper because you guys don't, you probably throw them in trash after class anyway. So if you could open up those two, download the zip file, open up the document. We're going to be going over that. And you're going to be using the lovely floppy disk. Did everybody get a floppy disk? Yeah. Who did not get one? Do I know? Oh, are you serious? Yeah. Well, we're going to do it some other way then. I'll give you a floppy anyway. We'll figure it out. We'll create a, we'll do it on a folder. We can do it that way, or create a partition. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we could do it on virtual. It's an idea that has a virtual floppy disk. But anyway, this lab uses DriveLook. It can index, what DriveLook does is actually indexes a hard drive and a partition of every word that can be found in that partition or hard drive or floppy disk. Does anybody have your USB drive with you tonight? One person. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll do maybe a partition or something inside of XP. Wouldn't take too long. Chapter 13 or Chapter 14 quiz, review questions are due. Make sure on week 13, if you go ahead and do this now, you won't forget, put your name in the Dropbox for week 13 so I can give you a grade for being here. The next 2 weeks, final presentations. If your last name begins A through N, next week is your night. Research papers due the night of presentation. 5/4, May 4th, the final night we're here. Research paper due that night for those of you beginning O through Z. I'll be bringing pizza and pop this night here. If you want to bring snacks and things like that, that'd be great. I'll remind you of it next week. So research paper points, 75, presentation points, 75. So 150 points total. And so hopefully you got a lot done last week on your presentation, getting it ready to go. So let's see here real quick. I wanted to bring up DriveLook's documentation first for us to look at. So let's do that. Dropbox, there we go. And while we're doing that, I'm going to see if I can quickly, if we can't do it on XP, I'm going to go ahead and have us do it on virtual. Let me just see how quick it's going to be for us. No big deal. I mean, it'll take forever, though, if we do the whole hard drive. I'm not doing that. Let's see here. XP, let's do it this way. Properties, there, tools. No. Oh, let's try this. Let me fire up virtual real quick on my computer, and we'll see how. I know it has a virtual floppy inside of that. I'll do that way. Used to be another way around it. Yep. Do the old virtual route. Let me check to make sure this still works. If it does, we will use this. And I'll just upload it to our conference. That way everybody doesn't have to download it. This is a virtual floppy disk, though. see if this does the trick. Should just need that there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I did not install. Stop that. There you go. There we go. So we're gonna name this one. We'll name it PCT130. Yeah, 1/4 inch floppy. 1.44. That'll work. Oh, I need to create a. All right, that works. So we'll do it virtual. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that inside of our week 13 and have you guys download that, and I'll run you through how to install it. Alrighty, it's in there now, week 13. It's a zip file right here. If you could download that, that'd be great. Do what now? No, this one right here I'm pointing to on the overhead. This last one here. The last zip I just added starts with VFD21. As soon as you guys get that downloaded, I'm going to show you how to install it. Actually, I don't need association. How many are still downloading the file? A few of you? Okay. Go ahead and unzip it. Download to your desktop, and then we'll unzip it to your desktop, and then we'll get started. I'll help you, though. We'll start from scratch on the overhead. Downloading, we need to go to week 13 on our conference. Okay, you just download yours. Double-click on this file here. I'll walk it through with you first. Make sure I got it, and then go to driver. Or driver file, browse there. Yeah, click on that VFD file. Okay, click install right there. And then go ahead and do start. Right there, start. And let's go over to the drive. Open create. And okay, cancel first. We have to put drive letter. Drive letter. We're going to do A drive is fine. Yep, then open create. Just click create, and then think here, hit save, type in like PCT130 is fine. There you go, and then just click save. There you go. Now go ahead and see if you have an A drive on your computer. See if you can write something to it. All right, we're good to go. Okay. Let me start from scratch on the overhead for those of you who just got through downloading it. You got to load the driver first, install it second. So over here on this tab here, this driver tab, let me stop mine here first. Okay, on this driver tab, there should be a browse button here available to you. You want to browse out. Hit the browse button, and you're going to browse out and find the VFD file is the name of it. It just should be just one file. You'll see it say VFD when you browse out to it. In fact, I can uninstall mine and do it again. So when you browse out, it should say VFD. Everybody have that? Okay. Then once you select the VFD, just select open. Then there's an install button right here. You'll click the install button, and I'll come around and help you if you need it. Then start. Then we need to go to the Drive 0 tab, change the drive letter button there, click on that, and let's go to the drive letter A. Keep that persistent global checked and just click OK. Then click the Open Create button. Keep everything just like it is. Don't touch anything and just click Create. Then click Save. And you'll type in the target file, PCT130. And click Save. And then you should be able to go to My Computer and see a 3 1/4 floppy A, and you should be able to write stuff to that file or to that drive. Okay? So I'll come out and see if you've got that. We'll make sure everybody has that. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, do you have yours? Okay. What you want to do on yours is go ahead and hit the close button. Close that. Just close everything on that. Close. And you can help your neighbors too if you want to after you've got yours done. Hit next. Unzip. Okay, next. Next. Unzip now. Okay, now click the X there. Close. Just to do next time start with WinZip Wizard. Click that. That's fine. Okay, now double click on this file here. Okay, go to the Browse button. Click the VFD file. Click Install. Start. Go to the first tab. You want to go to Change. Select the A drive. Click OK. Click Open Create. Click Create. Save. Type in PCT130. Click Save. Click Save again. Okay, you're good to go. Now hit Cancel. All right, now you should be able to go to your My Computer here, and you should see an A drive. Double click on it. There you go. Anybody else need help? Did you get it? Okay. You guys have, you're okay back here? You guys are right back here? Get it? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's go to the drive look documentation first. And then we're going to come to that zip file, the drive look zip file, in just a second. But I want to go to the drive look documentation first. It should look like this on the overhead. That's the Word document we're going to go over. And basically on this one, we're going to be using drive look. It's a program that allows you to index any type of partition, drive, floppy disk, whatever. And what we're going to do is initially it's going to have you enter in some words, look for some words. You'll be able to format this floppy disk just like as if it was a real disk through the instructions here. So disk indexing, let's go over that. Basically, this drive look is an open source software that allows you to index all text ever written to a disk drive. So how many's ever deleted anything from a hard drive before? Hopefully everybody has, right? Right? You've deleted something. Now I'm guessing when you deleted it, you put it in the recycle bin maybe and then dump that from the recycle bin, right? Done that before? Raise your hand if you've done that. Now, did you think when you did that it's gone? It's not. It's always in your computer somewhere. The only time a file, a picture, is an MP3, a movie file, is actually deleted from your hard drive completely is to do what's called a zero formatting. And there's a program you can get, free software, you can just type in zero formatting in Google. There's tons of them out there. That'll overwrite with zeros every bit on your hard drive up to 100 times with zeros. Now that's about the only way to really get rid of all data. Sunstrand, when they get rid of their hard drives, they do what I just talked about, plus they drill holes in the hard drive to make sure nobody gets anything, okay? Drill holes in it, yeah. Because even though you zero out, like I just mentioned, there's still a possibility to get some data from those zeroed out hard drives. And so what this tool shows is just basically what's on a hard drive, what's on a floppy disk, what's on a USB drive. An example would be this: an employee you suspect is doing something they shouldn't be doing on their computer, whatever it might be. Maybe surfing confidential data on the network and then deleting it so nobody traces it. There's an example. You could run this type of program, type the word confidential in the search key, and just let it run. Come back the next morning before anybody gets there to see if it found what it found. And it would find exactly where it was located on the hard drive and in what context that text is in. So if it's confidential data from HR, payroll, or whatever the case may be. So that's what this program is actually used for. There's other programs out there, though, that allow you to not only find something, find index text, but to also recover it. And there's freeware for that as well. Recover, you just type in freeware or open source freeware, open source recovery hard drive. You get tons of software out there at no cost. It's really good. But this one's not for that. This one's just to index a drive to investigate, basically, is all it is. And that's what this lab does. So I'm going to let you go through the entire thing. I'm not going to bore you with reading on the overhead. So you have the Word document in front of you. You will need to, in step 1, where it says put the floppy disk in the, or step 1, install the actual setup file. You will need to go through and do that on the setup file. But let me get to the part on the overhead where you're going to be doing the floppy disk stuff. And that's when I'll have to help just kind of give you some direction on it. Let me back up a little bit. I think it's actually before this slide. That's starting the program. Okay, here it is, step 3. It says here on step 3, if you want to include specific words that you want to get indexed, type them in the text box below. We will start by the defaults of the floppy disk drive A. So what it's going to do basically is first begin. We need to first of all, before we do this, format your hard disk or your floppy disk one more time. It's already done it before already, but let me just show you how to do it on the overhead. And then I need you guys to do this with me on your computer before we do the lab. So right click on the 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 floppy A, and let's go to format. And I want you to type in the volume number, a volume label, something like, let's go ahead and put in there in the volume label your last name. Go and put the volume label your last name. Okay. Once you've done that, that's all you need to do. Put your volume label last name, just click start. It'll format, it'll prompt you that it's going to format and erase all data on this disk. Do you want to do this? Okay, we do. Then it's complete. And then close it out, and then you can begin the lab. Make sense? So basically what happened, what we've just done here, when you index this floppy disk in just a second, it's going to you're going to see your last name in the index that one of the words it found, basically, when you index it. So you go ahead and begin then.